Ever tried running a long HDMI cable to a projector or a TV across the room, only to be met with a flickering screen or absolutely nothing at all? It is one of the most frustrating things in home theater setups. That is where this little aluminum box from KUYIA comes in. It is not just another passive coupler that does nothing but join two cables together. It is an active signal regenerator. Think of it as a bridge that takes a tired, weak signal and gives it a shot of adrenaline before sending it on its way to your display. What is interesting here is how it handles the heavy lifting. It is built to keep up with the massive bandwidth demands of 8K at 60 Hz or even 4K at 240 Hz. If you are a gamer with a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, you know that signal integrity is everything when you are trying to hit those high refresh rates. The device feels solid in the hand, with a nice weight to it, and the aluminum casing actually does a decent job of pulling heat away from the internal chip. Now here is the catch that you really need to pay attention to. This thing is not plug and play in the way you might expect. You absolutely have to plug in that USB-C power cable. Without it, the chip just sits there doing nothing. It is a bit of a bummer that they do not include a wall brick in the box, but honestly, most people have a spare 5V charger lying around in a junk drawer somewhere. Also, do not try to pair this with those old, thin HDMI cables you have had for years. You need certified ultra-high-speed 48 Gbps cables on both ends. If you try to cut corners on the cables, you are just going to end up with a black screen, and that is on you, not the booster. The distance limits are pretty clear, and it is refreshing to see a company be honest about them rather than promising impossible lengths. Depending on the resolution you are pushing, you are looking at a total run of anywhere from 59 to 80 feet. It is not magic, but it is a very reliable way to extend your reach without losing that crisp, high refresh rate image. One minor annoyance is the cable management. Adding another power cord to your setup is never fun, especially if you are trying to keep things clean behind a wall-mounted TV. But if you want a rock-solid connection for a long-distance run, it is a small price to pay. It is a niche piece of gear, sure, but for anyone struggling with signal dropouts or handshake issues on a long cable, this is a surprisingly effective fix that just works once you have the power and the right cables sorted out. It is a straightforward, no-nonsense tool that does exactly what it claims, provided you follow the rules.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.